this is Groovey with Colorado Music Buzz and Hollywood Music TV, and I'm here with Xiren in their practice space, and it's a badass practice space. How's it going, guys?
Good.
Hello.
It's going good? Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
More appropriately, this is actually the Bone Jones rehearsal space.
Well, you just
They generously share it with us.
So. Oh, nice.
I've been 6 different bands. 3 of them practicing. Amy Kuda, Fong Jones, and
how do you keep it all straight?
it's very.
Every once in a while, we'll be mid song and Hemi Kuda will come out. It's very fun.
Well, at least you're not in like a Tom Jones cover band and break into something, confuse everybody. That'd be horrible.
No, it's wild when it goes into Pink Floyd in the middle of our set.
True. I'm in that band.
So, new CD came out this year. What's the scoop on that?
So it's called Trip R, and I don't know. It took me having a really hard year to write the best record of my career so far.
Really?
Yeah, I've had an easy life. I don't know. I was raised by 2 parents that are still together, and went to good schools, had good friends, married the woman I've been with for the last 13 years.
I could fly, I could point my wings and take you anywhere. You got style, I could sink my teeth in any way you think you're gonna go. And you got me locked up, tied down, gonna kick me all around. Is that the best you've got?
Really, in a lot of ways, a really easy life, and then it got difficult the last couple of years. We had some interesting family dynamic stuff, and then a pretty horrendous tour in India, which is published on the Colorado Music Buzz magazine.
It's amazing. You gotta read this stuff.
And then just to come back to the U.S. and have a U.S. tour that we'd worked on for a year, and then that thing ended with a catastrophic bus crash. So we lost our gear. We had, it was pretty bad. It was a bad year. So I, the whole time, was writing this record, and it has a little more dirt in it than usual.
Do you think that's, that brought about some of the success because it is a little bit, gnarlier?
Absolutely. I think this record. I think the vocal on this record is totally different. I'm embarrassed when I go back and listen to the older albums, and I now see why. Even though there was so much of the production that was intact, even the songwriting was still good. I think a lot of it was me. I was just, I don't know. There's some new element that a lot of this catastrophe sort of called forth. So I'm actually going back and re-recording the vocals and re-releasing some of that. Hopefully, if I can get my act together, have something fun, a couple singles or something for Christmas, some releases. So
that'll be badass. Really badass. Now the song "Ship of Fools" took off like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
What's the numbers on that? What's the whole scoop on that song?
Well, today is November 11th, and as of yesterday, the song, and it's just surprising to all of us, but the song's now number 11 on modern AC radio. And when we started this whole project, you have a great song, and then you hire, like there's a PR campaign if you want to get stuff in print. You hire radio promoters to do things on the radio, and we've all it's long overshot any projections. So everything they said was completely wrong. It's exceeded everybody's expectations. We thought it would stick around in the 20s, mostly not because it wasn't a great song, but because the bands that are on the charts have infinite budgets, like Green Day and Nickelback and Daughtry and some of these other just amazing acts. So every week I keep thinking, okay, that's it. It's stuck at 22 for the only week it didn't move was this one week. It stayed at 22 2 weeks in a row. I was like, it's been a great ride. And then it climbed up to 18, 14, 12, 11.
Wow.
And every week it's just I'm just letting myself be surprised by it. So
do you find yourself like, you're almost playing golf, trying to get the ball to go in the hole, but it's still like, come on, one more notch.
We check it every week. I know that. We always talk every Wednesday and talk about if we've heard anything or plan out the week and what we're going to do.
What was the first initial reaction when this thing first hit? I mean, what'd you guys do?
I thought it was Photoshop. That's pretty cool.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. We all enjoy being in the band, and we've had a good time, and people get excited, when a band does well, and some people, don't get excited about it or negative about it, but
Sure.
I feel like we're going in the right direction.
Yeah, you're going pretty much up.
Yeah.
Like this. It's pretty much a rocket ride.
I think
at
it's a
this
great
point.
stepping stone for us right now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I think it's huge. Speaking of stepping stones, you guys looking at some tours, heading out on the road? What's the scoop on that?
That's exactly what's next. We've in fact the show that we're doing tomorrow night, which will probably be old news by the time most people are watching this, but the show that we're doing November 12th has become more of an industry showcase since it's really the last show that we're targeting for Colorado for 2009. One of the things we're doing here is much fewer shows so that we can open it up to start getting around the country more.
Excellent.
And it's just time. A lot of the doors that have opened because of the radio success.
Mm-hmm.
Now we need to we just need to be able to get on the road to connect the dots and be able to get the sponsors excited and say, oh, here's how you can benefit.
Right.
From, us going to 20, 30 cities or something.
So when Xiren comes to your town, check them out because they're badass. I'm a huge fan. They're friends of mine, but that's okay too. What else is up? New album, working on some songs.
Yeah, there's kind of always that. Oddly enough, when the song started charting, I got really nervous because you have to follow things up. You look at bands like The Fray that have that level of success, and it doesn't mean a whole lot if they don't have their career is only as long as their hits, as things, or as long as people are interested. So I have had a hard time leaving the studio, just really sharpening up some next possible candidates to really follow up this song.
Very cool.
And I think we've got some good. We put them in the show already. There's a new song called Gateway Drug that is sounding real good right out of the gate. We're having a good time playing that. So.
Rich, do you know anything about gateway drugs?
I know the song's about drugs. I figured that out.
He's figured out it's not about the sex.
I read the cliff notes on this one, so I kind of got an understanding.
It was crack. Crack was my gateway drug.
I don't use drugs. Yeah, I'm high on life.
Besides crack, neither do I.
What was the other side of the rainbow? If crack was the beginning.
Yeah, that was the beginning.
Then it went right to cough syrup. It was brutal.
Then it was being a Colorado Music Buzz employee.
Yeah. Everyone in this room, I think, has written for the magazine at some point.